Well, we're back. We're back. Straight talk. We continue to bring you some of the hottest people in the industry. We reaching as far as we could possibly go. It was always my intention to dive into the Caribbean and start talking to some of the people in the Caribbean. Fortunate enough, we have people coming from the Caribbean because just to put a timestamp on this, this is actually the couple days away from Notting Hill Carnival. And Carnival has costume, it has music, it has performance, it has the artistic creation by so many talented people. And one of the aspect of Carnival here in Notting Hill, which is a major event for all of us, is Panorama. Panorama means that you need to have the best band come competition time. And to have the best band, you need to find the best minds to come and facilitate that. And we have none other than world famous, and I would say world famous, and I salute Mr. Duvone Stewart. Welcome to Straight Talk.
Nice, man. Pleasure to
it's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure to have you on Straight Talk.
Nice, man.
Duvone, I mean, how it's feeling to be back in London another year, competing again, because you are a staple of Notting Hill now. You're not just an arranger who is plying his trade across the globe. You becomes, an essential part of making Notting Hill Carnival as great as it is, because once we have people like yourself who is endorsing and working with the likes of Ebony, we have people coming in from the US, arrangers from all over.
Yeah.
I mean, you are probably one of the most sought after arranger in the world. Duvone, who is Duvone Stewart? Because for those who don't know, where from that humble beginning to now, who is that?
Duvone Stewart was a young, aspiring, motivated individual at the age of 8 in the Twin Island state of Trinidad and Tobago, where the Steelpan was invented and created. I was born in 1976 in the island of Tobago, proud to be called a Tobagonian. Proud Trinbagonian. And my mom and my dad were Steelpan players.
Okay.
My mom was a quadraphonic player. My dad was a tenor player. And the band that they were part of was the Trinidad Tobago All-Star Steel Orchestra.
Yeah.
And I could vividly remember that merry moment when I made my way to the Panyard with the accompaniment of my parents. Being a little kid, 8 years, just sitting around, watching what mommy and daddy was doing. And when they got the break to get something to eat or something to drink, that is when I went in to take a whole stick and started play and started nibble and started play and started nibble. But there were kids around also running around and playing and stuff like that. But I was just there, sitting with my parents and watching what they're doing, and just got the opportunity to touch a pan for the first time. And my dad was also the vice captain of the band, and he had the opportunity to bring pans home. And when that opportunity came his way, pans were coming into the house every single day, just part of storage or just to keep for him personally to practice. And when he go to work, I used to take up his pan, which was a tenor pan. And I started to learn things what they were doing in the panyard by myself. And when he came home from work, I said, Daddy, come in here. I started to play what it was played the night before. I said, who teach you that? I said, I was doing it, So then that was the inaugural introduction to Duvone Stewart for Steelpan. It started back with the parents, just playing pan, but it was never an idea to become a part of my life, being a profession. Occupation. But it was just playing with it, But as time goes along, I joined the band as a member in 1985.
Whoa.
As a youth, and that's when the Trinidad Tobago All-Star Steel Orchestra extended the family of the band to start a youth band. Where they wanted to bring in some of the youths.
So you would have been a part of
that
transformation.
That transformation. And then knowing about the instrument, before some of the youths who came into the band, there was a lady by the name of Mrs. Gwyneth Armstrong.
Okay.
She was the musical director of the junior band, and she saw greatness from day one. She saw
And
potential.
so she saw that greatness in you. She saw,
She saw it from beginning, and it was just a time for her to explain to my parents, this kid is it, your son is it, what's next, what are you going to do next? So it's up to he, you know. And I started doing theory music with her because she was also a music teacher at the Bishop's High School in Tobago.
Okay.
So then I got the opportunity to start doing theory music, but piano was the instrument of choice that she recommended me to do.
To do first, okay.
But pan was always in my DNA. Pan was always in me, and I wanted to do the theory part in pan. And then she said, well, yo, you had to know how to navigate yourself in this world. And I was just not understanding
But
what
if
she
it
was
wasn't
saying.
pan, what would it be?
It had to be something else, you know?
Was there any other thing that sort of grabbed you apart? So we're saying that, you know, we always tend to have, I want to go here, you know, but if it doesn't quite work out, I want to be a footballer.
I never had a plan B. Pan was just it.
Pan was it.
Pan was it. Steelpan was it. Music was it. Because I grew up from young, being in a household filled with a lot of extended family members who were also members of the Trinidad and Tobago Steel Band. And everything home was just pan.
But one of the things you said there, which is, I think for a number of years we sort of like was amazed by it, but now we see it's in modern time it's coming a little more to light. The fact that you were trained musically, because what we have with panists around the world, you teach them do re mi fa sol la ti do, and that's it. But reading music and understanding, you know, music in its entirety, that you had that upbringing from small. So what level did you reach in?
I reached level 5 in theory, level 5, or I think it was level 6 in theory. And I went to the University of West Indies, St. Augustine, where I got a scholarship to go study music, to be around some great
minds.
Instructors and tutors there. Dr. Amory Osborne, Satyanath Sharma, Mr. Harold Headley, Mr. Newman Alexander, Mervyn Williams, and these guys were like inspirations to me, helping me, molding me, grooming me to make me become more knowledgeable of what the theory part and the practical part of music, not just its steel pan, but music holistically. So I had a level of educational background relationship from these individuals, and it paid dividends for me that I've rose to the occasion to become the individual that I am, the best version of myself. So these individuals, I thank them very much for taking time to nurture me and to give me that jump start, you know, just to put myself in a place where I never expected to be. And here I am in 2024.
2024, you're in London,
40 years in the game, been in the steel pan fraternity for a long time, traveling the world, doing master classes, lectures, workshops, becoming a champion arranger, just enjoying the greatness of
I mean, you say that
things.
modestly, a champion arranger. And let me just take it back a little bit, because I'm not going in any particular order. Did you visualize who you are today? Then, 8 years old, into the pan yard, able to come home, start practicing, join the youth group, pan side, playing pan. You just had an interest in playing pan. You was obviously nurtured by a number of people, your parents plus your music teacher. But did you see yourself being one of the most sorted arrangers in the world, where people would be coming to you and everybody wants a piece of you?
Not really. I'll be honest here. Not really. But back in 1986 is when I really got the calling. The divine intervention came into play with the guy the legend, from me, the grandmaster, Dr. Jet
Jet
Samaru.
Samaru, yes. Full in that shoes.
Yeah, for him to make a phone call to my teacher, Mrs. Gwyneth Armstrong, saying to her, I need this kid, I want this kid, I want him to come to Amoco Renegades. And lucky enough, Amoco Renegades was my favorite band
at
that time, because my mom was a big Desperados fan. My father was a big Cattili All-Stars fan.
Cattili Trinidad All-Stars
back in the days. And I was just home, just watching the television, and Pan A Minor in 1987 came up on the screen, and listening to this arrangement, and knowing about the guy who arranged the song, Dr. Jet Samaru, and I was just like, yo, I want to be like this guy. Back in the days in basketball, Gatorade had an advertisement where Michael Jordan was like, everybody want to be like Mike. Everybody want to bounce the basketball, shoot the basketball, the tongue out the mouth, the dunks and this kind of thing. I just wanted to be like Dr. Jet Samaru. And having the opportunity to come to Trinidad and do a lot of life-changing things that came about in terms of being in a new environment, leaving Tobago to come to Trinidad, to see the making of a masterpiece of a steel band to offer music around the Carnival Panorama time, seeing over 150 players practicing with unity and love, playing music from one of the greatest arrangers that blessed the Steelpan world. It was really an honor and privilege for me to be around at that time, to see that humble individual grace his stage and grace his music to the world. And by seeing that, I just wanted to be around him to gravitate the energies and the knowledge that he had at the time. But at that point in time, I knew I wanted to be a musician. I knew I wanted to be a...
Let me take you to that day when you got that piece of information. What went on? What was your mindset? What did you do? Did you do cartwheels? Did your belly pull? How did it feel? Because now you're looking at this person who is considered your idol as far as pan music is concerned. And your dreams and aspiration was to be able to work with this person, to almost repeat what this person is doing, and to be in the company of this person. How did you feel?
It was a mind-blowing feeling. Mind-blowing feeling, because again, everybody have goals and dreams and things that they want to achieve and be around and see and to feel and to touch. And my dreams were just unfolding day by day, month by month, year by year. Getting to be around Dr. Jet Samaru, getting to be in the 1 to the 8 Charlotte Street where the Amoco Renegades, BP Renegades was located, playing with the band, performing with the band, being victorious with the band, being in defeats with the band, seeing the ups and downs of how these things happen. And it just, again, take me to a place where my dreams was unfolding
it was about you.
It was about me to see what was going to happen. But I always wanted to be the best version of me with the instrument and the music. But there was no particular order in how it was supposed to be done. But everything happens for a reason. With no regrets, I came, I saw, I conquered. And one of the lifelong messages that came to me at the point in time was a movie called Lion King. And if you look at that movie, it's like the circle of life, when that baton is ready to be passed on, who is there to accept it? And there and then I made my full level of concentration, dedication into being in Renegade Steel Orchestra around Dr. Jet Samaru, to soak up all that knowledge that I was receiving for free and put it into context where to prepare myself for that 4x400 meter relay, to accept the baton,
to be a part of the team,
to come when it comes to me, I'll be ready to accept it and take it on to a different level. And I not wanted to just be a steel pan player, but I wanted to be somebody who could contribute the continuation of a legacy that was started back in the days when I was even liquid form. So the cycle of life was just unfolding at the point in time, knowing that, Duvone, prepare yourself, come to practice, listen to what he's saying, take the music serious, see what you could do, ask questions, put yourself in positions and spaces so that when that time come around, you could be ready or you make yourself compatible to accept the baton and run with it, but yet still do it with a personality that breeds humbleness. And that is what I saw from that man, Dr. Jet Samaru. He was never an individual that was boisterous, loud, public space individual. But then I saw it. I took my intelligence to the point where I saw this individual was silently teaching me how to do things, and how to take things, and how to do the music, how to do. You have all these elements come around you. People will say things, people will criticize. Fine, just do the right things in your own way, in the best version of yourself.
That moves me to ask you a specific question. You would have shared many moments with Mr. Samaru, Dr. Jit Samaru, many, many moments. Just give us one moment that would continue to live with you for the rest of your life among all the pleasant moments you've had with the professor. The one thing that stands out that you have on your whole today.
Just being around him. Being around him was good enough for me. And being around the band as a player and grossing that level of knowledge from him was good. Again, I never knew where he was going to take me, but being in the band as a player, my career as a player ended in the band in 1999. And I went on starting to arrange for bands like Steelpan Groove and stuff like that, you know? And he was following my journey, and he was seeing the growth of what I was trying to do with my craft. And he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2006. And my dream, one of the bucket dreams that I had was to arrange for Amoku Renegades. If it's one thing that will have cemented my moments in being around Dr. Jet Samaru, it was for him to be consciously aware that Duvone Stewart has accepted the baton from him, being a part of this great organization, to take it to the next point. But in 2012, he came to the Panyard. He was going through his Alzheimer's period. He came, he saw, but you know how the Alzheimer's act up in sometimes, you know that you don't have a memory, you don't remember stuff like that. But just to see him in the Panyard, knowing that he was the former arranger for the band, and I am now the present arranger.
So you have to execute for him.
And that was a priceless moment. I could never, ever erase from me.
So that would probably be one of the key moments,
Yeah, when he came to the Panyard and he saw me there, and I saw him there, we embraced one another, we hugged one another. I told him thank you for all that he did for me. And now it's my turn to run this hurdle, run this journey, and remember him, and do it for him, do it for the organization, do it for the fraternity, do it for the instrument to the best way I could do it.
Off the top of your head, and we're not going to hold you to it. How much titles you?
That's funny enough. I was checking it recently, you know. I was saying, well, Duvone, but you win real plenty events, you know. For Panorama, I believe like I have over 33 Panorama victories globally.
Globally,
Yeah. I started back in the single pan category in Trinidad, where I started off with the Steelpan Groove. I am the only arranger to win 10 consecutive single pan.
10, congratulations.
10 singles.
Congratulations for that.
I did small band back in the day, that's 2000, 2002, 2003. And I was the first arranger to win 2 categories in 1 year, single pan with Lahoketa and with Meritones. Thanks to Mr. Kendall Lewis for giving me the opportunity to work with the band. And then after I went on to the medium band category, where I'm the only arranger to win 6 consecutive medium band Panorama titles. And I've completed that segue of the category. I'm not there anymore. So, then I went on to do the large band category, when I got the opportunity to arrange for the band on 2 occasions. Previously, when I accepted it in 2012, I got the opportunity in 2006. I declined because I wasn't ready. I felt I wasn't ready at the point in time. Renegades.
That was honorable of you.
Yeah, I declined, because, just to sit back and so keen, the time to sit on a bed and put on a shoes, and every time you put that foot in the shoes, you're thinking about Dr. Jet Samro. Am I ready to wear the shoes?
Yeah,
Nah, Duvone ain't ready. Take your time. Groom yourself some more.
That space will always be there for you.
I wouldn't say it was always been there, but I never know. Once an opportunity comes around and you pass upon it, it's all about you seeking the best interest of what you're going into. Are you going into it because you want to be in it, or you want to do it because you see yourself becoming an asset to contribute to a longevity goal in being with the organization? So 2006, I declined. 2010, they call again, I declined. In 2011, the band didn't make it to Panorama Finals. And they called, Duvone. No,
you feel you had a responsibility.
No, it's not an answer now. We need you. We want you.
It was like that.
Come home. Come home. Because the results was piling up back in the days, before 2011. I was winning Steelpan, winning
medium band,
winning small bands, winning Panamas globally and stuff like that. Say, Duvone, come home and take your rightful place. And I accepted the job, And when I walked into the Panyard in 2012, I felt like, yes, the homecoming, the welcoming home to the band was fulfilled, and everybody was like, yes, let's get to work. And it took me a couple of years to cement my voice, my style, my personality within the organization. 2012 we came forth. 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17 were years that we came third.
Yeah.
5 consecutive third places. I was just knocking on the door.
So tell me something. You say 5 consecutive years in those positions.
Yeah.
This Exodus All Stars spin like it's nagging you. It's nagging you.
It wasn't really nagging. I was just happy to be in a place where, back in the day when I was back home in Tobago, sitting watching television and hearing names like Leon Smooth Edwards,
Pelham Goddard,
and Dr. Jitsa, Dr. Len Boogsy Sharp, and Ray Holman, and Ken Professor Fillmore, I never saw myself being in the same space with these grand virtuosos competing in Panorama. And having the opportunity to work with Renegades, the opportunity came around. So when the third place keep coming, third place keep coming, third place keep coming, who is ahead of me? Dr. Len Boogsy Sharp, Leon Smooth Edwards, Pelham Goddard, and these guys. And I'm coming third, I'm there. I don't know how they were feeling. These guys were feeling at the point in time. Yeah. But a piranha was just waiting to nibble. And by mentioning that, these virtuosos, as I mentioned, they always call me and talk to me and say, yo.
Well, I was about to ask you that.
You're doing great.
Did you reach out to them?
Yeah, it was vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah.
Because the relationship and friendship that we all share together is very, 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 very professional, very, very respectable. And I get to see and hear and feel how these guys were doing the things from back in the days when I even had the idea to know what they were doing. And to come into their space, into their world, and be a part of being in the creative space in Panorama Music and arranging the music. It was really an honor and privilege to be around guys like Dr. Jet Samro and Len Boogsy Sharp and Ray Holman, and competing with these guys, and your name calling for results and your band ascending in order, and your name and call it, so in 4th place, face through Pan Groove, and you ain't hear Renegades and Duvone yet. So me being in that circle was like, wow, I'm getting there.
How does it, what it feels like, Panorama Final Night, you have the weight of the band and the supporters behind you, where you now need to deliver that ultimate prize. How does that feel? What kind of pressure?
It'll be challenging. It'll be real mind-blowing, challenging, and I feel like I had to outdo myself just to keep that togetherness and that legacy that was done from before. Because you remember when Renegades going up Charlotte Street and they know they're doing a Jet Samro arrangement, and the band is in pole position to win. And the adrenaline that comes out of Shafford Court, the harp, behind the bridge and Sipari Hill, Barcelona Street, the old boys and stuff like that, that weight is on your shoulder because they come to see you, they come to support you. So now it's for me to deliver. And I believe I've been doing a good job thus far, because walking into that space is a grand, great feeling. Walking into that space, just coming in there, being around the players, being around the supporters, being around the people who live around the community, because I have a great amount of respect from every individual that I meet, that grace their presence to me. I meet them, they meet me, and they listen to the music, they enjoy the music. Once I see a smile and an enjoyment from people, I feel like I make one person feel convinced that we are going to do a job, we're going to do something, we're going hard for the big prize. And just being around, being there, the weight is on my shoulder to deliver. When that place gets quiet on the stage and they announce the band name and that baton is in your hand to count that song, you think about the band, you think about the music.
It must be a scary moment.
It does be scary, man, because sometimes the first time I held the baton in my hand to count Panorama for Amok Renegades in 2012, and I said, well, this is it, Duvone, go for it, because hearing the name on the PA system, band number 4 from 1 to the 8 Charlotte Street, arranged by Duvone Stewart, doing vibes by whatever song. Amoko Renegades, the crowd go, wow, and the place just get quiet. And everybody,
it's like on you.
The band is watching, waiting for that count. The judges, the spectators, the TV coverage, everything is just waiting. Tack, 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 tack. And my hands would be trembling.
It wet.
It's wet. It was wet. It was trembling, Butterflies going to one. Oh, just take your time. Go through the phases, take your time. And when that first 4 count, tack, 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 everything just explode to the point where happiness starts to flow through the band, the music.
So for the average spectator, there's something going on with this mobile phone in the air. It seemed to be what's happening there? Are you talking to your gods?
No, I'm talking to no gods. Well, now we have smartphones around, so the technology of having a metronome downloaded to your phone is what we listen to.
Also, you get your time in.
Time here. So if we know we're doing a song, and the song has a BPM of 120, 124, 126.
But Duvone, I always thought that was your loved one giving you reassuring you.
I wish the loved one could have been speaking to me. But the loved one that was speaking to me was the metronome. To set that tempo right, to set the mood right, set that mark for the band. It's like, get set, ready, go. So I am the man with the gun. The baton is the gun. So when I strike that pan, tack, 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 band, let's go.
Question come to mind. How do you decide on what song you're going to play?
Well,
is it a collective, or is it just you, I'm the boss, well, you're playing this? How it works?
Well, for Renegades, now is like what song is popular and what song is trending on the airwaves.
Okay.
Because how we do it at BPTT Renegades now is that we're trying to gravitate and bring people who not playing the instrument, that love culture, that listen to radio on a daily basis, that may have a favorite song, coming to the pan yard and hearing that favorite song played on pan drives them to draw them to come to the pan yard to listen. And we go about it in a very strategical way, to the point that we don't really select songs until Duvone go to a fete and see how the crowd react to a song and how people.
So wait, that's part. So part of the criteria the band is to make sure Duvone has his exclusive ticket to one of the big fetes. And at what stage of leading up to Carnival that should take place? That should take place on the Boxing Day, after Christmas Day,
around that time, or around that
because
time,
obviously now you got to prepare the song.
Band launches and stuff like that. Different corporate fetes and corporate events. But you
live in a privileged lifestyle.
it's nice, but it just be very.
Because you're only
very,
talking about corporate, you know, you're not talking about anything else.
But it's a nice feeling. It's nice feeling to go out there. It's not just to socialize. You know, you might see me in an event and I might be standing alone. I'm enjoying the event, but I'm listening and looking and see what is happening. I'm working for the band and see what's taking place, you know. So when I go back home and say, yo, Skipper, I like this song. Well, go ahead. That is what we're doing.
And so once you establish this song that what tune you're going to play, what is the process of getting that song ready to bring to the band for you as an individual, as the arranger? Now you have no pans. I've heard a song by whoever, and I need the band to play this panorama. What is the process in getting that ready?
Well, whenever I select the song and I make the song of choice for the band, I go through the lyrical content of the song, see the lyrics, read the lyrics, understand the lyrics, the theme of the song, and I go into a space where I now become the creative of the original creation.
Okay.
In bringing music to life without vocals.
Okay.
And making the individual who plays understand to send a message to the listener who will automatically understand what is happening. I wake at 3 o'clock every morning.
Whoa.
And I go through my thought process in a peaceful place where me and my God go into a spiritual realm and trying to be creative in doing the music, arranging with the band in mind. I gross all the information that I want to gross and I start to write. I start to put it into note formation, into music notation and stuff like that. And I do all of this between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning. And I go onto my electronical Steelpan, which was invented and created by Mr. Salmon Cupid from Trinidad. They call it the E-Pan. And I go and I start to do the transcribing of the what I did from 3 a.m. in the morning. And I started to do it on music notation with a Finale software. And I plug everything into my computer system. And I do the playing of the music that was grossed by me onto the electronic Steelpan, which automatically comes out onto screen. And with that now, the music has been documented to a point where I could do like 16, 32, 64 bars of music and have it done and prepared, have it emailed to the band before I get to
before you get there.
Because the members of BPTT Renegades who are on the stage side, they're all readers of music also.
Oh, right.
So they don't really need me to be there to put down the music. The score is
so you could be anywhere in the world.
I could be anywhere in the world and do it. Thank God for technology. But before, back in the day, it wasn't like that. You know, some people do music by note, some people do it by rote. But I want to make sure that my process and my thought process in doing my creative space and my creative thoughts come from a divine intervention place.
So is that thought process somewhat reconstructive of the specific song?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So you always approach it in a reconstructive way?
Yes, it is.
But still maintaining the melodies?
Yes, and maintaining the melodies and stuff like that. And, I like to make music to make the blind see and make the deaf hear. You know, I want to use the powerful tools that we have, what God has blessed us with, you know, and create Steelpan music, panorama music as theater. For example, I did a song back in the day in 2018, which was like the signature song for Duvone Stewart in arrangement. It's called Yeah for Love. From Voice, Fire Gabanda, you know. And that song was a true story arrangement of something that took place in my life. Where I lost a loved one, a very, very close friend, and the lyrical content in the song is like another young one gone by the guns of the guns of the criminal, and me explaining all these things to the players, executing all the nuances onto the instrument, doing gunshots and doing fire, creating fire, creating these kind of things and telling the story of what I wanted to do with the arrangement. And it came across to the point where people was not just coming to the Panyard to lime by Renegades just for lime and sake for the carnival season. People was coming to Renegades Panyard to be a part of what is unfolded with this arrangement that this guy has created.
So it's a spiritual
awakening. It has become like that over and over and over. And I believe that I've found a way in how to bring music across to people, for them how to understand the music. And next thing that I did at the Renegade Steel Orchestra is that I have a microphone and a speaker system set up in the Panyard. So I talk to the microphone for the players and the audience to listen what I am doing.
So you get everybody involved in
it's
what is not just the pan players, not a practice session for them, but you want the listeners or the patrons who will come and support the band to understand what you're doing.
What is happening or what I'm doing, what this section represents, how you come up with this, and I explain everything to everybody. So the emotions, the passion that the players have in them to perform this section, it comes with what is being related from me musically onto the instrument for them to play. Likewise.
I can see the passion when you speak. What are some of the challenges you face as a arranger at your starter? What are some of the challenges and the difficulties you have had to kind of navigate through?
Being better than the year before.
That's probably your biggest challenge.
Being better than the year before, because of how successful I am at present, being winning panoramas in the UK, winning panoramas in Trinidad, winning panoramas in different countries, a level of respect has come to Duvone Stewart by the young generation of individuals who are engaged in the instrument, wants to see what is he going to do next, what is he going to produce next, what he's going to create next. And I always see myself as a trendsetter, a go-getter, to the point where I always try to maximize what was done the year before. So come with something new, come with something expressive. Try to make the players feel engageable, try to make them feel appreciated by playing good music. So that is all the biggest challenge. Everything else, it was expected. The criticism, it will come. The hate, it will come. The fight down, it will come.
It will come.
And I never get distracted by it, because I am doing my job. I am doing my job in making sure that the band is ready and equipped with music to go and face any event, competitive, non-competitive.
Now we see that the pan is now recognized as proper stamp of approval. What's your thought on the future of pan and pan music now that we've got that rubber stamp? You think it makes a difference?
We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. And I'm glad that you asked that question, and it's because it was proclaimed that it's now the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. But yet still, we never really thought out properly what we want to do or what's next with the instrument. For example, Trinidad and Tobago is the country that invented and created the instrument. It's now the national instrument of the country. We have a school system in Trinidad and Tobago that has music in the curriculum. And the instrument of choice to teach music in Trinidad and Tobago is still a recorder in 2024. Does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense.
Okay. The instrument is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago, but the instrument is not standardized globally. Because, for example...
Stamped and approved by Trinidad and Tobago.
So, for example, if Massey Trinidad All Stars is to leave Trinidad and Tobago to go to a different country...
Without their pans.
They can't go without their pans, because their pans are a special pan was made for them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, some could pay the freight, some could do it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Let me think
Logically.
Let me think economically. If Stevie Wonder is to leave from Chicago where he lives, or Detroit where he lives, or wherever he lives in the US,
Guitar is a
and
guitar,
go
mic
to
is a mic, a piano is a piano.
a piano is a piano. You know what I'm saying? A guitarist could work with that personally and stuff like that, you know. But the future for the instrument has a tendency to be bright and grand, but we need to take time to respect the instrument for much more than what it is right now.
So you're saying there needs to be some form of intervention into doing what is right, and your personal feeling is that we need to push the pan a little further.
More.
I.e., you use the school curriculum as in sense of music.
Yeah.
That should be the number one.
Should be the number one
So
priority.
every child in Trinidad and
Should have
Tobago
an idea
have an idea how to play the pan.
I believe in that. And a lot of people believe in it too.
And on the other side of that, you're talking about standardization. That is critical to the development.
Yes.
I see where you're going with that. It makes a lot of sense.
There are a lot of other entities that still needs to be on the shelf to be discussed and to put into perspective, and we could go forward with it because we have so many steel bands globally. Do we know of them? Do we advertise about them?
No, we don't.
How many steel bands around the world have websites?
Yeah.
For people to know who they are and what they are. Are their music being played on satellite radio? Do we have a satellite radio station for Steelpan music? Reggae has it.
Yeah.
Dancehall has it. R&B has it. Alternative, salsa, Afrobeats. And we need to take time to market this product globally. Competition is not the way out to make it globally. Yet still, we have 365 days in a year. We have so many individuals that are doing great things with the instrument, but just that we are not really taking time to support and to respect what they're doing. And it starts from back in Trinidad and Tobago. Because if we have all these radio stations and stuff like that, and all they concentrated is playing R&B, hip-hop, dancehall, reggae, and you have work from Face Super Groove, you have work from Amok Renegades, you have work from Len Boogsy Sharp, you have work from Dr. Ray Harmon, and they have music that is recorded that they could play on the radio. They never take time to play it. So in other words, they're not really exposing the community, the country, to respect what they have. Well, make us.
From what I understand, to cut across here, and sorry, we think, and I want to say it, that Pan Trinbago will need to advocate more for things like this.
Exactly.
Pan Trinbago, as it is a small body, and I think one of the key problems that they face, from my observation, is funding that, and how much of the budget of culture development in the country,
I don't believe
with the national instrument, how much funding they get for that?
Pan Trinbago is not a self-sustainable group that generates that level of income to spread throughout the Steelpan community in Trinidad and Tobago. If the government of Trinidad and Tobago does not dispense funds to Pan Trinbago to do projects and stuff like that, Pan Trinbago on themselves cannot really do much. That's why a lot of the events in Trinidad is like, you go buy a block or a band, play for free, this kind of thing and stuff like that, which is good, but yet still, it's a business.
It's a business, yeah.
We have to create that business mindset of it. Put people in positions that they could be upcoming young composers, upcoming young performers. Give them the opportunity and space to see where they could take their creative space in terms of being a Grammy Award recipient, a Grammy Award nominee, have their music being out there. And there are few individuals that have that potential and doing things on that part. For example, Andy Norrell. His music is out there globally. Robert Greenwich, his music is out there globally. Anis Hadid, his music is out there globally. Rudy Tulef Smith, his music is out there globally. Duvone Stewart music is out there globally. Being an arranger, being my work is out there. But we need to take time to respect what the instrument and the capability of the instrument holds for a young generation to take it from one place to the next place to the next place. And that is where my work comes in now. To be in countries and territories and continents where I can now start to work on opening
the
new avenues and educating the young guys, young girls back home that, yo, there's a way, there's a truth, there's a light ahead of you. It's all in your hands. What you want to do with it, go for it. The world is your home.
That well said. I want to take you in a place. I want to take you in a place of mystery and wishes by many, many people. You play for, I wouldn't say just play, let me see. You are the arranger for one of the biggest bands in the world, right? Which is considered a big band. You were considered the big man. And by whatever, we don't know, Duvone was the big guy. Now apparently I hear you going on calendars and thing now. You know the page 3 guy now, the slim. Duvone, that transformation, shocking to the world. What, why, how, all of that took place. Getting that weight down. I mean, a lot of people, even I am struggling with the process because I don't want to stop eat. I mean, I know there's many people out there. Duvone, you are looking extremely healthy, and the transformation has done you a lot. How?
I did it, first and foremost, I did it for Steelpan. I did it for Pan. Despite all the accolades and success stories within the Steelpan fraternity that Duvone has been blessed with for the last 40 years, my biggest prize is my weight loss transformation. I did it for Steelpan. Because accepting the baton from a generation that paved the way, where the Dr. Ray Holman and the Bugsy Sharp and the Anthony Williams and all these grandmasters and Earl Rodney and all these guys paid for us, somebody knew how was to take it over, and Duvone Stewart's name was one of the few names that was there. And now my name is now becoming a household name locally, regionally, and internationally, with a lot of individuals seeing the work that I am doing. And being an individual that was living an obese life, I could have been a dead person. And that could have been salvaging the space of this young one want to see Duvone Stewart some more, want to be around Duvone Stewart some more. My biggest challenge in that, being obese, working in the panyards, late hours in the night, 2, 3 in the morning. My first place of destination after practice was KFC. 3-piece.
A 3-piece.
Cokes, drink that, eat that, go straight to bed. And I was just abusing the body mentally. It was killing the body physically. But yet still the music was still coming out of the mind. I was still working with the music. But health-wise, I wasn't doing myself good. 2016 Panorama, I saw myself back on the screen in front of BPTT Renegades. I was just like a mannequin. Big mannequin. And I said, well, something had to give, boy, Duvone. You had to really change your diet. And I did a lot of diets. I did a lot of things to start that process. And it's a mindset that you have to get to put into place to make it possible. I was in New York in 2016 in April, and my mom was like, yo, Duvone, we had to do something about this. Stop eating and stuff like that. I came about an individual who gave me the invitation to see a website, was a weight loss surgery. And I did a gastric sleeve surgery in 2016 in Tijuana, Mexico. Before the surgery was done, I was in the UK. Working with the Ebony Steel Band, and I did the consultation online. I did everything, answer all the questions that they would needed to find out from me to do the surgery. And on the 26th of August, 2016, it was the last day for me to intake anything that I loved most.
Wow.
Pork, beef, chicken, rice, roti, doubles, you name it.
Yeah.
That day, I pig out because I know on the 27th of August,
Yeah.
it was the day for me to start preparing for the surgery.
Yeah.
So 10 days before the surgery, no food, just liquids.
No food?
No food, just
so your
liquids.
intake is, and because I have no experience of that, is total liquid.
It
So
was
you
tot-
have
it
your
was tot-
milk,
yeah.
you have your.
It was
So you could
tot-
have
yeah.
you could have a banana punch.
Yeah.
You could have sea moss?
Anything liquid because where the stomach is located in the body is below the liver. The liver is swollen or it gets big when you eat and stuff like that. When you take liquids for a period of time, the liver gets small. It gets small. I didn't even know that until the doctors told me the reason for why doing the liquids.
Yeah.
So when I went to Mexico, they did keyhole incisions in me to get to the stomach. My stomach is cut. 90% of my stomach has been removed.
Whoa.
So that now
And that would have been
helps
fatty
to-
tissues.
Not fat, no, that's the stomach
itself.
The stomach itself.
Okay,
The muscle,
okay,
the organ
okay,
itself
muscles.
is cut to the point where the intake of food is 90% less. Your stomach actually the size of your fist.
Okay.
This is the size of your stomach. Now my stomach is like this.
So it doesn't take much to get you full.
Take much to get me full. So I was just recalibrating the body, recalibrating the metabolism of my body. So I was losing weight rapid. My highest weight was 440 pounds.
And did it take some effort to do that? I.e., did you have to do laps around the savannah? Did you have to go on the treadmill?
No, I was just doing prayers.
And the basic, you'll go for a
Prayers,
walk and
prayers.
just
No,
prayers.
prayers was the answer. Being close to God, praying.
Together with the surgery,
Together with
that's
surgery
with the
was
surgery,
done. Prayers. That's all I could say.
And what was the diet process
The diet
once
process,
you had the operation?
well, the surgery was done on the 6th of September, and I had like about 180 days to do juicing and liquids. Yeah, because
You're still on juicing and
I was still
liquid?
well, this was a different process now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of juicings like kale, carrots, apples, and stuff like that, and drinking it. And I couldn't drink much because of the stomach.
The size, yeah.
Because how the stomach was at that point in time is that nothing solid could have gone in it because it could have burst the stomach. So you get all the information on you're not supposed to eat anything solid within the first 180 days. But that happening, after the 180 days, you go and do a checkup again.
Also, you have to fly back to them.
No, well, they could do it online. They
They just follow up,
and stuff like that. And the next step was to start to eat food that you want to eat again. So I started venturing back into what I like most.
Don't tell me you went KFC.
No, I didn't reach as far to go KFC because at the point in time, my first meal was like rice and peas with chicken and stuff like that. And
you had callaloo?
when I started eating it,
you had
it came
callaloo?
back out.
You had callaloo?
So I called, I called back the doctor and I said, doctor, the food came back up. He said, well, what is happening to you now is the body has now become a staple where it rejects the things that you do not want. And the things that you consume and stays down is what is needed for you to remain healthy. So, vegetables, fish, chicken, no red meat, no rice, no flour, no MSG high stuff, salt, no high sugar, and all these kind of candies and stuff like that. No fried foods, no KFC. So anything like that goes on into my stomach, it comes back up.
Also, even at this present moment?
Even up to this point here. Up to this point here.
Interesting, because I never understand the process like that.
I don't really do the KFC and stuff
But
like that.
But the mind
now
has changed now.
Yeah, the mind has changed drastically, because I believe one of the things that they made mention for me to stay on top of the game, if you eat this, you go dead. If you eat flour, you go dead. So I was like, I ain't ready to die.
So that trip to Maracas, you just pass, you keep your eye looking at the sea, you don't look at the bacon shark store.
I could see anything. You could put a whole barrage of food in front of me. I don't have an appetite for it.
Okay.
I don't have a calling for it. Just now that I
But you'll have fish. You'll have fish.
I have fish.
Yeah.
I have fish.
So it'll be mainly seafood, veg.
Seafood, veg,
Seafood,
soup,
veg.
provision.
Rice is
out of the way.
out of the equation. Flour.
Rice out of the way. No bread. I haven't eaten bread since 2016.
So when you wake up in the morning,
2 eggs, coffee, music.
2 eggs, coffee, music on a daily basis.
Lunchtime, a bowl of some fish broth. Small, with some potatoes,
Okay.
okra,
Some
fish,
carrots and
stuff like that. Small bowl. Long time you see a big bowl of soup. Now it's like a small. When I'm full, I stop. The stomach is good. So having Duvone Stewart around you now,
Yeah.
for food purposes,
Yeah.
they could save a lot of money. Really money.
So now the economy seat come like a first class, business class seat. Now that the weight, the weight is gone. And
I wish. But I had a lot of challenges and hurdles before that, man.
But have you ever thought about helping people?
Yeah, I have done.
Have been through the same process?
A lot of people, I wouldn't call their names, but
They come to you.
They come to me and they say, well, Duvone, how you do it? And I tell them the truth. And say, well, this is what I did. And I give them some counseling before doing it.
Yeah.
Is that your mind has to be ready for it. And you have to do it for you. Don't do it for nobody.
Okay.
But when I said I did it for Steelpan, I did it for Steelpan to save me the loss of me going before these young individuals could
get a chance
to see me in my high flight and glory days, you know. So now when I do music and I arrange for bands and you see Duvone Stewart in front of a band jumping up and running and having a nice time, people tend to say that he's showing off, he's being cocky. No, I'm being happy.
You're being happy
of me, from where I came from a size 60 jeans to size 34 jeans, from a size 15 shoes to size 10 shoes, to a 6XL shirt to a medium jersey or a large t-shirt. You don't have to pre-order anything for Duvone Stewart again. I used to travel in seat in airplane and ask for extension seat belts. You know what I'm saying? And these things are not around me no more. Sleep apnea, no more.
No more.
Chronic muscle pains and joint pains, no more. And I'm proud to say that I am living this happy feeling.
But we are proud of you. We are proud of you. We are proud of you. And when I say we are proud of you, globally, fan lovers, people who know you, whether personally or otherwise, we are proud of you because we know there's always a challenge when you carry such weight.
Yeah, come
around.
On, man. It was a challenge, man. And funny enough, there was only 6 people knew when I did this surgery. 6 people knew when I did this surgery.
This is why I say it was like a shock to everybody?
Yeah, because I didn't want to make it public because I'm going to do a surgery.
But nothing about you is public, Duvone. You seem to evade the internet for some reason. I mean, if you to find anything about you is like,
but
he won Panorama. Right.
But at the last half of the year in 2016, I was nowhere wrong and nobody wasn't seeing me. Nobody wasn't hearing about me because I was recovering from surgery.
Okay.
When I did the surgery, I flew back from New York to Trinidad. It was only me and God home in my house, just going through the paces. My dad used to come and check to make sure that I'm okay. My dad and the 5 other individuals that knew what was taking place. Even when I went back to BPTT Renegades, Paniad in 2017. I walked into the Paniad and nobody knew who I was.
Ooh.
So when the circle was formed before the practice started and the arrangers, the captain said, the arrangers are going to send music, and I was there in the Paniad standing amongst everybody. The arranger is going to come and do music and send the music and we go start up. This is nice and we know what we're playing. And I just walk in the center of the band and I said goodnight to everybody.
Whoa, and what
everybody was like, what the hell is Duvone? You okay? And I took a while before I answered because
tears must have come to your eyes.
Yeah. Wow. Put me back in our place too, man. Where I stood in the middle of the Paniad, and I was telling everybody, I'm okay, I'm alive. I did this for you guys because I want to be with you all for
a long time.
as
Yeah.
God had me here for, no? And I explained to the band what I did to the point where if it is a moment that the season was going on and people looking for Duvone and they were seeing him now at that weight that he was in front of the band, knowing who he was before, somebody would say, well, like he dying, boy, he's sick, or
Yeah.
AIDS, or and
The usual
people-
matter.
And I was expecting it to happen, but I was preparing everybody in the Panyard to let them know what I did. I did a surgery. So if somebody came into the Panyard and they saw Duvone Stewart in front of the band in 2017, with the kind of talk, the player could say, yo, stop saying that about the man, Jed. Hold that talk back, boy. The man do a surgery, boy. The man do a gastric sleeve surgery.
So you had your soldiers. I
had the support of the people who I told within the Steelpan community, which was the members of Pan Elders, the members of BPTT Renegades. They knew what I did. And they were my troop and army and soldiers and Spartans around me to defend me when these kind of talk came around. And when I made my first public appearance globally on television was for Panorama. And even the commentator was like, where is Duvone Stewart? Where is Duvone Stewart? Not knowing Duvone Stewart was right in front of the band. You know, and I used to make fun of it sometimes too now, because somebody
like a pop-up and just stand up there.
Sometimes like that too. The next one was like, I would have been in the Panya just working with the band in front. You know, everybody looking for the big guy and stuff like that. And somebody say, where Duvone is? And they're talking to Duvone, right? Yeah, where Duvone is? And hear me now. He wrong in the back. He wrong in the back doing music in the back there. So they go walk around in the back and I say, well, we're looking for Duvone. Yeah, you just talk to the man, boy. That say, oh, no way. That is Duvone. Everybody was like, yo, I'm real proud of what you do, man. I'm real proud of what you do.
We are proud and we continue to support you.
Yeah, man.
Where Dr. Jit Samaru called you out, you came out and you rise to it.
Yeah.
Who are you going to call?
I have many brothers to call, you know. Andrew White.
You think he's one of the upcoming?
I know he's one. He's
ready for the cause.
He's ready for the cause, and he's answering the cause in his humble way. Kareem Thompson, Samuel Dubois, Delphina from the UK here.
She's doing a fantastic job.
Doing fantastic work here in the UK. Leroy Clark, with Real Steel. Dante Pantin in Trinidad with the Starlight Steel Orchestra. Carlin Harewood, Sion Gomez.
So you're saying we're looking good?
We
have a lot. There's a lot of them out there.
We have a lot, and I don't single-handedly have one person to call out. Because we need to take time to spread this instrument globally, because there's still a lot of virgin territories in this world, in this continent, and in this globe that we are in, that doesn't really know about Steelpan. To take this instrument into these little creases on corners and put it there, let's marvel them, let's wow them, let's go out there and fly the flagship of Steelpan music. Let's make the inventors and creators of these individuals that have passed on smile in a place knowing that it's going. So my movement now is to try to gravitate and have these brothers, because some of them may not have the opportunities that I have presently to travel the world and to be there. But I'm not just doing it for Duvone Stewart. I am doing this for the fraternity at large.
So you're saying that, I mean, anyone who has the same sort of mindset to want to aspire to be an arranger could reach out to you.
They could reach out to me.
And to ask for help. How?
I'm ready.
To hold their hand, to show them the way and what they need to be doing.
I'm ready. I am ready to do it. I'm venting in a new direction now, to the point where, you know, we do a lot of master classes. We go to different universities, and the trend that was set back in the day, you know, it wasn't a selfish thing, and I still do believe it's a selfish thing. if I go to university, I will only do my arrangements and stuff like that with the students, you know, do my own compositions or my own arrangements that I did of a song that was already done before to the school. Now, what I do, I go about and I ask these young brothers and young sisters in the game who are arrangers, give me your work.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your work and do it in a masterclass in Japan, in London, or in Paris, somewhere. So when they play the music, I am now advertising you, the individual. So when they ask the question, Duvone, this is a nice arrangement, you know, you're sounding good. Who did this? Okay, Dante Panton did it. This is his number. Call him.
Okay.
This is Andrew White did this. Call him.
We
need to have much more individuals. Yo, there's a place for each individual.
Yeah, but there's something still missing, you know, Duvone.
What was missing?
You know what missing? When we going to see you put down an own individual piece of work? When we going to see a recording? When we going to see you? Because Duvone, you don't play pan. You're a pan arranger, but you don't play pan.
But again, too, you know, everybody had a place to do whatever.
You can still play pan?
I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to, but I want to start to make some contribution to the platform, to the fraternity as a solo project that I have started a couple of years ago that I've now rejuvenated to bring back on the shelf now. Is an original album that I've been working on when I was in Paris recently with some guys from the former Sake Show band. A pianist by the name of Mario Canage, who lives in Paris. He's the musical director for the project, and I'm just doing some compositions, and we're going along the lines and making sure that this album could be out sometime next year. Okay. So when I go back to Paris, you know,
will there be visuals for that as well?
Visuals, yes, it will have visuals for it.
Okay.
Yes, we have visuals for it. So we're doing a whole production, both audio and video. For it, you know, so where you haven't been, Duvone? I mean, at any given time, I can see a Facebook post, you're somewhere. Where you haven't been? Have you been to Kazakhstan? No, I haven't been to Kazakhstan. No, I haven't been. I don't even know if Pan is there. And that's where we need to take the instrument, take it to the territories where we never thought that would have been there because, man,
you've been in Alaska?
I've been in Alaska,
How you manage down there?
Well,
how you play Pan in a country that is on minus whatever it is, going off the Richter scale?
I was asking Mr. Ray Funk, you know, what is the attire? He said, come padded, you know.
Oh, you work with Ray Funk?
Yeah, Mr. Ray Funk.
What the relationship is like?
He's a historian. He's a guy that has a lot of love and passion for the instrument in terms of going into the archives and making the information that was not documented for us to know what is really taking place. There are universities and steel bands out in Alaska doing some great work under him, and I got the invitation to come out to see him and to see what he's doing. Did a master class out there and talk with them, and did a couple of performances and stuff like that. So the relationship between myself and Mr. Funk is a very, very professional, very, very nice one.
And I do think that in Trinidad, where the fraternity, as far as the culture is concerned, need to tap into Mr. Funk.
Yeah, they need to.
I think we are too distant from him.
Yeah.
God rest his soul, Mr. Ashton Moore, who lived here in the UK, have had a relationship with him for a number of years. He was trying to get me to meet with him, but that never happened. And I still would love that opportunity as and when it do happen. 2025, and I'm not going in any particular order. Panorama. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Because there's a problem here. Let me declare it. I am a Catelli Trinidad All-Stars supporter from 1973.
Are you still?
And I'm still a supporter.
Let's congratulate.
So I don't know if you want to end the interview.
Now we joined winners. Panorama champions. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations to you.
Nice. So we good.
But you know you couldn't beat 3 on that night.
Let's continue with the interview. But really and truly, it was really an honor and privilege for Duvone Stewart name to call alongside Leon Smooth Edwards' name, knowing that he is one of the most feared arrangers on a Panama final night, along with the Catelli All-Stars. And for me to be along there with Renegades, head and head.
And when you hear the word Catelli All-Stars, that is a pan play. It's Trinidad All-Stars. Salgico, Exodus, then you have, it was Exodus, and now is...
But 2025 for Panama and Trinidad,
It is a challenge. It's a challenge.
It's a challenge because there's an opportunity to
create some space.
No, not to join in the history books of something that was done by one person with one band, which is to win 3 straight panoramas consecutively in the category. Dr. Jet Samaru did it in 1995, 1996, 1997.
All right,
and it wasn't done again by anybody.
Did you have to go there?
I'm going to say Renegades is the only band to have 3 consecutive panoramas.
Don't worry, like you're trying to crash this interview.
I'm crashing it. And Renegades is the only, Renegades is on course because the results have said in 2023, we came first. 2024, we came first. In 2025, there's a question mark. It states there that we could get it, we could go for it, but we are going hard at it to make sure that history repeats itself. But there are a lot of arrangers and a lot of bands that are in the way, and I have great respect for them. I know they're going to bring the A game on. But before we talk about 2025, 2022. We did it, Ebony Steelpan did it here.
Yeah.
2023, we did it. We came first. So let's think about the hat trick that could happen come Saturday, the 24th of August. If that happens...
I could hear Ebony supporter in the background, they clapping. There's like, come on.
If it does happen, and the news has broken to the world. Breaking news, da-da-da-da-da-da. Duvone Stewart and the Ebony Steelpan has won Panorama 2024. Shit, boy, the boy winning hat trick in England. He coming Trinidad for that hat trick, so everybody got start a brace.
Everybody got a brace. So once you finish up here in London, is it a return to start working on?
I take a vacation, man. I take a vacation and
rest. And what you do for downtime? What you do for downtime?
Just listen to music, spend some time.
Come on, Duvone, you spend whole year on music. Yes.
Yeah, I love music, and music does take me there, you know.
So do you ever not have anything to do with Pan?
Nah. I love
so that. So even in your downtime?
Pan. I lock myself in the room.
What's a typical day for you? Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you do the 3 to 7.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the day?
Music.
And the rest of that day?
Music.
And into the evening?
Music, because I had to prepare myself mentally to go into the party and to make sure everything I get. I drive home, music. I go to bed, wake up in the morning, music. 2019, I did 3 bands for Panorama. Defense Force, Pan Elders, and Renegades. Defense Force works from 8 in the morning till 2. Then I have to drive home, shower, come back out to go to San Fernando for Pan Elders from 6:37 until 10 to drive back up to Renegades. From 10, 11 until 2 in the morning every day for 37 days.
Wow.
Music, just music. And that year, I came first, preliminary, semi-final, final with all 3 bands. Defense Force, Pan Elders, Renegades. Something I will never, ever do again.
You'll never do it?
No. I was going crazy. Music just
was it the same arrangement for all bands?
No, different arrangements. Different songs, different arrangements, different styles, different feeling and stuff like that, you know. But again, you know, what I always tell a lot of people, what made Duvone Stewart the individual that he is musically is traveling. Traveling the world and see God's blessings with humanity.
Okay.
Listening to all genres of music that he created. Humble myself, becoming a place where I'm in a boot camp receiving information to see how this man do a piece of music, how this woman improvise on something, how they take a creation and make it something. So I'm now learning things from people. I always learn. The only time you learn is when you're dead. Don't ever feel that you're in a place knowing that you can't learn from nobody. The littlest child that walk, you know, creeping or laughing or something, you're learning from that person.
So it's constant learning.
I constantly learn every single thing that I do.
You're here for Notting Hill Carnival 2024. You're preparing for Panorama. And I would, the assumption is you would be more or less finish up and you're just constantly drilling now to make sure that you get it as tight as possible.
The eyes and crossing
you have been afforded the privilege of practicing in a place
Oh man,
that is phenomenal.
Yo, man,
That goes down the lords.
Well,
the lords. No,
the Lord, the
you are a
Lord's
lord
Lord.
among the lords.
I'm a lord among the lords. The amount of photos I took there, King, that place now becomes like one of the iconic venues.
And that's the Lord Cricket Ground,
The
yeah.
Lord's Cricket Ground.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to do some work with the Tobago Tourism Agency when I came to London to do some Expo World Travel Market performances out of the East End, out in Stratford there.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege to meet Sir Gary Sobers, Desmond Haynes, Sir Vivian Richards.
Guys we look up to.
Brian Lara, and all these cricket
Don't tell me you
legends.
had a chance to meet Brian.
I had a chance
You live
I
in
live in
Trinidad.
Trinidad. I never meet the man before. I was like, Prince, it's fine to meet you. Can we take a photo? Groupie thing, you know?
Yeah.
So to meet these cricketing legends,
Yeah.
and when I heard that the Ebony Steel Band is going to the Lord's Cricket Ground, a cricketing ground that is so iconic.
And make it a practicing home.
To make it the practicing home of Ebony.
Yeah.
Before I came to the practicing venue, I was given the opportunity by one of the ushers to walk out into the Oval.
What? How that
And
feel?
let's look around
How it feel?
and see where the Master Blaster made his iconic century, and Brian Lara with his centuries, and Curtly Ambrose with his wickets and stuff like that. I felt damn good.
You reach.
I reached.
Mom and dad, I reach.
Yeah.
Look here now, look your son.
Yeah, man. Being in that place was priceless. I've been to many the venues, you know. But going into the Lord's Cricket Ground, yeah, it top off my year so far.
So far.
But only one more place I need to go for the year. Now I have a little things I have on my list, you know, to the Manchester United Stadium out at Old Trafford. Don't let me go to that topic. I realize that now Manchester United fan. I don't care where I love my
Liverpool.
Manchester. I love
Liverpool.
Okay,
Liverpool.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm a Manchester United fan. But at the end of the day, viewers, Steelpan music matters.
Matters. I like that.
Steelpan music matters. I'm a pan man, I'm a musician, and I'm all for the instrument. But I'm thankful and grateful for this instrument in taking me to different countries to see all these places that I see on TV as a little kid. The Eiffel Tower, the Taj Mahal,
You've seen it all?
I've seen it all. The Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel, the KL Towers in Malaysia, the great Golden Bridge in San Francisco. I've seen it all. Thanks to Steelpan.
2024.
Manchester United, Old Trafford, I'm coming to see you soon.
Liverpool.
Thanks to Steelpan.
2024 Ebony Panorama. How you feeling?
I feel better than them.
You feel better than them?
Yeah, that's the song we're playing from Farm and Happy. How are
yeah.
they?
All right.
Better than them. How we doing?
You have seen the transformation of Panorama. It's now gone into Horniman Pleasant. You would have witnessed the being on what we would call the drag here, the street.
I love
how
it.
you find the development? How you like
it.
the changes?
I prefer outside.
You prefer outside?
I prefer on the streets, you know, when you play that instrument for the people on the streets, you know, because London Carnival has been so heavily populated with over millions and millions of people, and the amount of people that comes into the Kensal Road area to see Steelpan and all its glory by all these players that makes this music so unificated and love with so much unity and togetherness, to see all these smiling faces just happens to just see this instrument. Some people may come from a different country and just watch it. What is this? What is? And they've been captivated by it. And I see the smiling faces of many individuals bringing the instrument close to the people. And that's one thing I miss in Trinidad for the Panama season. On the stage, you know, back in the day, you know, when you're on the stage performing, you know, on the side of the stage, you used to see the people close up, and then when all starts playing, the woman on the bass, then you see the old Duke Street and everything.
I know you're no good band, you know. I know you're no good band.
when Renegades played Firegon there, everybody. I never had that opportunity, but I saw it and I was like, yeah. It brings back some memory when I'm here in the UK. But I understand what the NHCs do now is to make it a business, to create an income so that the bands in the UK could have something to say, well, okay, we have generated this and this and that, this and this and that. And a bigger venue maybe in the making, you never know. And we could we could even have venues as big as like the Wembley Stadium that could accommodate over 80,000 people paying to come and see the instrument, which is nice, you know. But I love it, man. I love it. UK Panorama is the second best panorama in the world, and it's really, really honor and privilege to be in it for the past.
Well, I think
this is my 10th year.
Yeah, I think they say it's the same for Carnival. The Carnival on its whole. I mean, do you experience Carnival?
I play Mass on Sunday. I play Mass and I never miss it, man. I'm on the street with the Ebony Steel Band in my costume, having a great time with the players, with the members, with the supporters, with everybody that comes to the UK. But I always be very safe to her. Yeah, because this place kind of London nice. It's serious. Yeah.
What you would like your legacy to? How would you like? I shouldn't say legacy, but how would you like to be remembered?
Remember by the individual that you met. Remember the man with the music. Remember the man behind the music. Remember the man for the instrument that made him what he is.
Duvone, let me take this opportunity and straight talk to say thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for being as humble as you is. Thank you for accepting the baton from the doctor, Jitsamaru. You have brought joy. You've brought excitement. You've brought much more than we.
I brought you some scary moments to be if I could have beat him this year.
Yeah, not much more than we was ever even thinking we would have actually seen.
Yeah.
And for that we feel indebted to you, because I think what happens with that is that we know it is in a strong place.
Yeah.
And you've made mention to a number of young arrangers or guys who has the potential to be a Dr. Jitsamaru, who has the potential to be a Pelham Goddard or Bugsy Sharp or Leon Smooth, or yourself, Duvone Stewart. I want to say thank you for that. But is there something you want to achieve out there as far as Pan is concerned? Is there a place you want to go and represent? You want to play Pan? Is there that one place out there?
I never thought about it, you know. Well, you put something in my bucket list. But I want to go to South Africa.
Yes.
I want to go to South Africa to meet and greet.
You want to go to Robben Island?
Yeah.
You want to where Mandela?
I had the opportunity to perform for him. Man, I've been in some places, man, been around some kind of people in my life that I never, ever thought I'd have been, you know. The only thing that didn't happen on that day, I didn't get to touch him.
Okay.
But seeing him and being chosen to perform for him.
You are the chosen one. You know that.
I was chosen to perform for this man at the Hilton Hotel Conference Room, Ballroom.
Yeah.
For lunch and dinner and big speech and stuff like that, you know. Thanks to Mr. deceased Terry Joseph. Who grant the opportunity for me to be in this place, to see this man, to perform for this man. It was just a priceless. I had so much priceless moments, you know. But to go to South Africa, to pass on that knowledge of the freedom that we struggled back in the day with Steelpan, I see it as a African unificated thing that I want to bring back, you know. Take it down. And I noticed that there are some great steel pan projects down in South Africa happening. There's a big festival called the Steel Band and Marimba Festival in South Africa. I would love to be a part of it. I've made some inroads and some connections. It may be not 2025, 2026 course feel like. I will go there. I'm trying my utmost best to stay humble. But whenever God says yes, no man could say no. But I hope that one great day I go down there to see what is happening down there. That's the only country that I want to bless.
Duvone, there's one final question.
How much final questions we have? We could go on hold it. Straight talk. Don't forget to log in. And enjoy the program when you have it. YouTube.
Duvone, we are faced with challenges with our youths in Trinidad and Tobago. We are faced with serious challenges. And we continuously looking for ways. How you think the Pan fraternity could make a difference in that what we need to be doing to get some of these youths? I mean, you alluded to the fact that you choose specific type of songs to get that involvement, to attract them. So you are already doing something to get them to gravitate. You think the Pan fraternity can do some more?
Steelpan is the truth, the way and the light, for Trinidad and Tobago to come out of this thing where we have here that is being showing a dark side to us. Again, if we had really take time in respecting the instrument for what it is, we will have been a more controlled society with what is happening presently in Trinidad and Tobago. For example, look at Panorama. Look at a steel band that is playing on stage. 10 minutes of music, 120 players. And the level of love, unity, and cohesiveness that you see happening within one orchestra, multiplied by the 300 that is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. The smiling faces that you see. We can now transfer this energy throughout Trinidad and Tobago with this same instrument and teaching the young generation what God has blessed this great Twin Island state with. But we need to start with respecting culture. Respecting culture. I don't mind you bring the Jamaican artists or the American artists and stuff like that, but we need to respect. It's not because it's carnival, you play soca music from November to Ash Wednesday morning, and Ash Wednesday morning you flip the radio station, you go back to Jamaica, you go back to America. It making no sense because you're still creating that pothole and not educating the youth about what is Sparrow real name, what is Calypso Rose's real name. They don't know it. Who invented the steel pan? Who invented this?
The cultural education needs to be
lift
up a little more.
You understand what I'm saying? But for me, and I believe everybody will agree with what I'm going to say here, the only thing that could stop crime or take it down to a level where it's manageable, you can't stop crime because it's in the dictionary. You can't stop. The only thing that could stop crime in Trinidad and Tobago, take it to a manageable place, is steel pan.
Duvone.
Steel pan is the only thing bring these people together.
Thank you for your inspirational words. Thank you for your contribution. It was a pleasure having you on Straight Talk. It was a pleasure
to be here too, I'm glad we had the opportunity to share that.
I enjoy every moment. I look forward to what you have to deliver for Panorama 2024 right here in London.
It's going to be epic.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
But congratulations in advance to all the bands that have registered to take place. The arrangers, the players, the organizing teams of all the bands, because it takes a lot to bring a band on stage to come out and showcase the creative sense, the creative space of what they have been doing for the past month and a half, 2 months. And let's just go there, not just because of the competition, let's go there with the mindset to create love with music. Because steel pan is the truth, the way, and the light. And as I mentioned, steel pan music matters.
Thanks again,
Straight Talk. Thank you much, man.
Thank you.
Blessed man.